It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. There's a reason rappers can turn any story into a hit track. Just like there's a reason Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm with over 1,000 attorneys and more than 100 offices nationwide. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, your case could be worth millions. But the truth is, a lot of people either don't file at all or get taken advantage of by insurance companies. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, it's like hiring a legal army that has your back. If you're injured because of someone else's negligence, you deserve to be paid. No shortcuts, no lowball offers. In fact, they've secured some major verdicts in the past. For example, in Florida, they got a victim who was in a life-altering car crash, $12 million. 34 times the highest insurance offer. They got another victim in Philadelphia, $26 million. 40 times the highest insurance offer. Not all law firms are created equal. Morgan & Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They will fight for the biggest award possible and have won a lot. So if you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless you win. That's right, no upfront costs. They only get paid if you get paid. You can start your claim now by clicking the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen from your phone's camera. Again, if you find yourself injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Don't say I never told you nothing, man. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we're going to be getting into this whole 50 Cent Diddy documentary situation. If you don't know by now, 50 Cent is going to be releasing a new documentary called Sean Combs: The Reckoning, and I believe it will be out tomorrow on Netflix. Now, of course, we know throughout the entire Diddy trial, 50 Cent was trolling. Of course, the mother of his child, was it Daphne Joy? She was also, involved in the situation, among other women. And 50 Cent was alluding that he was going to do a Netflix special or some sort of docu-series about Diddy. A lot of people thought he was playing. I know for sure. I thought it was more troll than truth. But as of last week, it was confirmed. The trailer has been released and 50 Cent has done an interview on the news to talk about it. All right. So this thing is real as it can get. Now, after seeing the trailer, and the trailer consists of intimate footage of Diddy having conversations with his legal team, moving about throughout New York and Harlem and all of this type of stuff. It looks like somehow 50 Cent and Netflix had gained access to Diddy's personal recordings, and they've been put into this film. Now, I don't know if Diddy and Netflix were planning on doing something, and as things changed, they nixed him out of the project and went with 50. I don't know. When I first saw it, I was like, is this nigga 50 working with Diddy behind the scenes? Is this some type of bamboozlement we're going through? Like, what the fuck what's happening here? But I've just received word that Diddy did not consent for this photo. I mean, not photo, but for the footage and his image and likeness to be in this iteration of whatever it is that Netflix and 50 Cent are presenting. So it seems that him and his team are not too thrilled about this situation. All right. So the mess continues. So here we are on Twitter, and this is the post. "We're losing" is the quote. Again, that's Diddy speaking to his team. Never before seen footage shows Diddy telling this to his legal team, as 50 Cent says silence would imply hip hop is okay with his behavior. This is from Good Morning America. let's get into it. If you happen to see this video and somehow it's taken down, or at least this portion is removed, it's because of copyright, not because I didn't want you to see it, okay?
Never before seen footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack, King?
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just, here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new, highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, titled Sean Combs: The Reckoning. Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
Off my back, bro. Lord, you win. I'm gonna win. Lord, you win. We win it.
I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
Went away.
Got in
his car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was, it shows you his character.
I gotta stop this. Now, y'all know, it's well documented. I don't fuck with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? If it had been left up to me, that nigga would have been fried, literally. But let me not say anything more on that, right? But that footage I just saw, if he's in Harlem and he's shaking hands and we still living in COVID ain't over with, baby. We still living in a world where people do carry illness, germs, whatever. These are random people off the street. I tell you what, I had to do some events during COVID. Niggas was getting pounds, daps, no hugs. You know what I'm saying? So with him wanting to take a bath, he literally put on a jacket off a stranger's back. And I'm supposed to read into that of him wanting hand sanitizer and to take a bath to get people's energy and germs off of him as a sign of his character. Like he's like, ew, I don't want to touch people. On some like, and he's a sociopath, but on some George Burns type shit. I don't know about that. And I think it's especially egregious with 50 because, nigga, you know your ass be washing off when you know what I mean? Like, you know what the fuck you do when you be in these settings with a bunch of people, fans or whatever, what have you. You got to do meet and greets and shit. What you gonna do? You gonna clean your fucking self off before when you get your ass home. So, no, I don't read into that as some, oh, he doesn't want to touch people. He thinks he's above everybody. He needs to wash them up. Bitch, I'm washing niggas off too. What are you talking about? But again, this is 50 Cent putting his spin on it. And I don't respect that shit. You know, I respect his music. I respect his hustle. I respect the position he's been able to accomplish in life. You know what I mean? I used to be an extremely big 50 Cent fan for years. First album, second, I listened to the Massacre probably more than I listened to the motherfucking Get Rich or Die Trying after a certain point. I liked motherfucking, what was the shit with the half man, half gorilla face on some chic loot shit? The Hustler, whatever the fuck that shit was. I used to bump that shit. The Big 10, the shit he did with DJ Drama, that mixtape hard as a bitch. Pimpin' Curly, hold on. Man, I used to listen to this nigga, man. But as a person, you should be the last motherfucker to point the finger on character. Burnt your baby mama house down because y'all was having a personal dispute. Got a whole ass adult son who don't fuck with you because of you. You came out here and disparaged the mother of your child and called her a sex worker in front of the world because you was mad that she fucked with Diddy? Now, I don't know what was going on with the allegations of SA and stuff like that. It got dropped or what have you. So I ain't going to get into that because I don't know. But nigga, and I'm not batting for Diddy because both you niggas could go up the creek far as I'm concerned. But I'm just, come on, dog.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah. I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like, that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love, and Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges.
Crazy.
Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in she's like 18, like 19 years old in the very beginning. After a while, over time, you condition for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
Wow, that was some finish right there. Thank you, Robin, for
It
that.
was,
Sean
wasn't it?
Combs' The Reckoning will be streaming worldwide on Netflix tomorrow.
All right, so the project will be out on Netflix tomorrow. Boy, that is a low down, dirty nigga, boy, I tell you. Shit. And them checks still gonna come off my episode of Power. Shout out to it. So now we're on Variety. And they're covering this. This was just a few days ago on the 25th, where the release date was officially put out. And they get into some of the contents of what to expect from this, not just those private videos from Diddy that were taken. And we're going to get to that point. So it says 50 Cent's much talked about Netflix docuseries about Sean Diddy Combs has set its official title, Sean Combs: The Reckoning, and will premiere on December 2nd. You can't continue to keep hurting people and nothing ever happens. Okay, so that is a quote from Mark Curry. If you don't know Mark Curry, he was on We Ain't Going Nowhere, We Bad Boys for Life song. He also featured on numerous other songs from that era, that album. He ghost wrote for Diddy in the background. He's somebody who was around Bad Boy for many years before he actually appeared on records. And he also has a book, or a series of books, in which he depicts Diddy as the devil. Okay? So just want to give context as to who's speaking. Mark Curry is heard saying in a short teaser for the series, it's just a matter of time. 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, and Combs have long been rivals, and Jackson taunted Combs on social media throughout his criminal trial. where Combs was convicted of transportation to engage in prostitution and acquitted of more serious sex trafficking and racketeering charges. In October, Combs was sentenced to 50 months in prison, and he is expected to be released in May of 2028. Per the official synopsis, the series is a staggering examination of the media mogul, music legend, and convicted offender born with an insatiable drive for stardom and a knack for spotting talent. Combs made a quick ascent through the ranks of the music industry with Bad Boy Entertainment and was crucial in bringing hip-hop to the pop masses and launching the careers of dozens of generation-defining artists like the Notorious B.I.G., Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, and Danity Kane. Of course, that's among others. But along the way, and as detailed by his former associates, childhood friends, artists, and employees, something darker began to color his ambitions. Through explosive, never-before-seen materials, including exclusive interviews with those formerly in his orbit, this documentary tells the story of a powerful, enterprising man and the gilded empire he built and the underworld that lay just beneath its surface. Made up of 4-hour-long episodes, Sean Combs' The Reckoning was directed by Alexandria Stapleton. Executive producers include Jackson, Stapleton, Stacy Scripter, What a Name, David Carabinas, Ariel Brozell, and Brad Bernstein. This series is produced by Stapleton's House of Nonfiction, Jackson's G Unit Film and Television, and Texas Crew Productions. All right? Now, we're on the New York Times, where Diddy's team has spoken out. It says Sean Combs had a camera follow him. 50 Cent has the footage. The mogul spokesman said he was deeply concerned that video shot days before Mr. Combs' 2024 arrest appears in a new documentary series produced by his rival. As Sean Combs awaited his expected arrest on trafficking charges in September 2024, he asked a videographer to capture what would ultimately become his last days of freedom for some time. Apparently, he must have thought he was going to get off scot-free. And he was going to probably try to release this to the world in some victory lap. That lap went back to the cell. While staying at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Manhattan, Mr. Combs was filmed visiting a restaurant in Harlem and talking strategy with his lawyers as his troubles multiplied and the shadow of the impending federal case grew closer. Now, in a stunning twist, that footage arranged by Mr. Combs has ended up in the hands of a documentary team run by his longtime rival, 50 Cent. Good Morning America reported on Monday that it will be included in a 4-part series released by Netflix on Tuesday that is slated to detail grievances and abuse allegations against Mr. Combs across decades. 50 Cent, like Mr. Combs, a New York rapper turned branding mogul, has seized numerous opportunities to comment on and often mock Mr. Combs' legal crises over the past 2 years, as Mr. Combs has faced a federal prosecution and more than 50 civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual abuse. But the release of the series, which we just talked about, marks an escalation in what was once a low-stakes beef between two hip-hop luminaries. Mr. Combs has denied sexually assaulting anyone. In a statement on Monday, his spokesman, Judah Engelmeyer, said that the music mogul's legal team was deeply concerned that the series would use footage that it characterized as unauthorized, including private moments, pre-indictment material from an unfinished project, and conversations involving legal strategy. None of this was obtained from Sean Combs or his team, so you think, because clearly somebody was thought to be team and the cameraman sold your ass down the river. And its inclusion raises very serious questions about how this material was accessed and why Netflix chose to use it. Because the cameraman, unless he signed over a waiver or a contract that would give Diddy legal ownership over it, it was his. It's just how it works. The statement said, adding that Mr. Combs' legal team had been in touch with Netflix. 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, appeared with Alexandria Stapleton, the director of the series, on Good Morning America. And of course, we saw that already, so we don't have to reiterate. Okay. Is there anything additional here? So ultimately, that's the story, right? 50 and Miss Alex Stapleton are putting this out. It'll be out tomorrow. Diddy's team is fucking heated. They've contacted Netflix. We shall see if they pursue any sort of legal action. At this point, Diddy's pretty much taking everything sitting down at this, you know what I mean? He's sitting in Fort Dix. They got pictures floating around of him in all different types of ways. They got niggas standing next to him with all type of fucking liquid hanging from the neck with a baby oil bottle sitting next to him. They got him in the joint hugged up with what some are alleging is, you know, I'm just going to say a guy who looks like a woman, you know what I mean? Just out of pure respect. So there's interesting photos that are being put out there. 50 Cent is alleging that the money from the proceeds of this documentary will go to victims of sexual abuse and things of that nature. We shall see if that's delivered upon. It's a lot of questions, and I'm sure we will be left with even more once this thing hits the streets, all right? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. All right? Peace. Yeah. Family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the stacks I built. I had to evolve and grow, cause I could've